General Hospital's pilot is that Jason Morgan is not suffering from amnesia. He may not even be programmed by anyone, meaning Jason knows everything and has covered up his own assistant. Jason lied to his entire family for the sole purpose of secretly protecting his boss, Sonny Corinto. When the threat to Sonny's life increased and crossed the alarming threshold, Jason is forced to appear to save Sonny. Jason wasn't sure after the tunnel collapsed and everyone assumed Jason had passed away. However, somehow, miraculously, Jason survived and even returned to town, although Jason is currently showing extremely strange symptoms. Many predict that Jason would not be the one targeting Sonny. Rather, Jason was just stopping the threat that was targeting Sonny, as evidenced by the fact that Jason opened fire to attack a man who had chosen Jer Dante for Connery. Of course, Jason acted like a hero in the eyes of everyone. However, in the eyes of his relative, Jason became a selfish person because Jason had left them to live a miserable and difficult life in the past. They suffer when they received news that Jason had passed away in the past. Speaking of Jason's relative, the two people who suffered the most and felt the worst were Danny Morgan and Jake Weber. As Jewish fans have seen the transformations of these two kissed, especially Danny, fans remember that for the Castile family, Spencer Castile was once unable to forgive Nicholas Castile. Nicholas also faked his own death. Spencer was very miserable after thinking his biological father was dead. Then Nicholas came back to everyone's surprise. Spencer said that his father was a cheater. Similarly, Gina Robinson was also angry and blamed Curtis Asper for Marcus Tacker's death. Then Taggart also returned and talked about faking his own death. Returning to Danny's story, after Jason was presumed dead, Danny changed quite a lot. Developing a boy ran away from home through the fire escape to hang out with other bad boys. Danny drank alcohol, which is too taboo for minors. And then Danny also used e-cigarette. Jack was the one to discover and stop Danny's use of e-cigarette. The two almost got into a fight if it weren't for Willow's current intervention. Danny is almost visibly hurt after Jason is presumed dead. It is worth mentioning that this boy has almost all of his biological father personality, because Jason's was also a bad child in the past. Losing his father made Danny feels hopeless and do scary things. Jack is older and more aware, so Jack may not go down a dark or self-destructive path like Danny. Jason is back. What will Jason's two children think when they find out their father is alive? Accepting the news of their father's return would be somewhat awkward for Danny and Jack. Jack didn't understand what his father's previous deception was, but Jack certainly felt hurt. Meanwhile, Danny is a child who begins to spoil and will blame his father. Danny won't even accept his father's assistant, or Danny will see his biological father as an enemy for cheating on Danny. Jason will do everything he can to get the two kids back on track, but it's going to be difficult, and for the first time, Jason may be forced to choose between the crowd and his family.